Dang, I look a wreck. I look like a serious wreck. Like, the hair is not even... Let me brush this shit because... Sis, we look like we've been hit. We got into 3 fights and lost 2 of them. Get yourself together. At least look like you have your ducks in a row. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started here. Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Frankie Blue and yep, queen, we are back with another video, of course. You know, I wanted to come back to do this video because I figured, you know what, let me share something with you guys. I've always been loving products. I feel like my channel has been nothing but products that I actually really like. Everything that I try out so far, I've really enjoyed. But I don't think I've ever talked about products that I have not enjoyed, that are not my favorite, that just didn't work out for me. So I figured, why not? Let's do a video of products that just were a miss for me, that I just didn't enjoy, I didn't like, and yeah, so why not? Let's do a video about that. So as you guys seen, of course, from the title down here, I'm gonna be doing a full face of products that just were a miss. Unfortunately, not everything works out for me. So yeah, I'm just gonna do a video of all products that I just did not like. I'm just gonna shut up and we're not gonna ramble a lot because we're gonna jump right into it. Of course, you guys, before we go ahead and get started here, you guys, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. That's going to be found right here and going to be part of the Hot Mess community. And also like and share my videos so that way, you know, you guys can like my videos and share them out into the world so they can all see this hot mess and we can all be part of the hot mess community, because Lord knows the struggle is always going to be real. And that's okay, because we're all hot messes and we make mistakes and we grow from them. So yeah. And of course, quick disclaimer, because I know people are going to get into their feelings, and as you guys can see that hot mess over there. Okay, anyways. I love that I'm a dog dad. Quick disclaimer here, because I know people are going to be all up in their feelings if I talk shit or, you know, ain't feeling their products, but I don't give a shit, okay? If it works out for you, it works out for you. Don't mean that it's going to work out for me. So just know that not everything is going to work out for everybody. And you know what? That's okay, because we ain't born the same. Is every snowflake the same? No. Just putting it out there for you guys. So if these are some of your faves and these are your ride or die, cool, good for you. I'm happy that it works out for you. Let's keep it stepping. Anyways. So let's go ahead and just start with eyes. And of course, with eyes, we already know we're going to have to prime the eyes. And unfortunately, I wanted to try this primer out and I did. And it just wasn't it for me. And I'm just going to prime my eyes using the Juvia's Place Prep Prime Eye Primer. And this is in medium, I think. Shade 2. This, unfortunately, just does not work out for me. I just think that it's just another concealer. And for me, I don't like using concealers as eye bases. I just feel like they don't really make eyeshadows last long, especially if you have oily lids. And I have oily lids, and this unfortunately just doesn't work out for me. It does apply eyeshadow really nicely. Like when I put on my eyeshadow, it just looks very nice and vibrant and everything. But throughout the day or anything like that, this bitch will start creasing immediately after maybe a good 45 minutes to an hour. It just does not work out for me. And at the end of the day, my eyeshadow just looks like I just smeared it all together, which, yeah, but people are gonna say, oh, well, you have to set it with powder and blah, blah, blah. I don't like to do that. I don't like to set my eye primer with powder or anything like that. I like to keep it nice, a good sticky base, because I want my eyeshadows to make sure that they stay in place and are vibrant. And I feel like that's what helps your eyeshadow stay in longer. And I feel like with powder, you're just muting the eye color and it just doesn't apply really well for me. But again, that's just my opinion. And for eyeshadow, I'm going to be using the KKW. This is the Chrysalis eyeshadow palette right here. Let me show you these colors. I'm not gonna lie, I like these colors. I think these are really nice, beautiful, earthy, kind of deep colors. And I gravitate towards kind of these colors. I like more bolder colors than anything else. But this right here, this eyeshadow palette was just kind of a really miss for me. I just think the colors on here, they look nice and beautiful and deep and, you know, will come off very bold. But in all honesty, these just come off very muted. And I feel like the more you tug at them or the more you apply and everything like that, it just starts fading away. And there's just not enough pigmentation. And for me, I do like an eyeshadow that can build, you know, to the intensity that I want. But I feel like the more I build this up, the gross and kind of gray tone it just is, and it just doesn't really kind of build up to the boldness that I'm looking for. Does that make sense? Yeah, this is what we're gonna use for today's eye look, is the KKW crystallized palette. Did I keep saying chrysalis? I'm gonna take a blending brush here, and we're gonna use the you know what? I'm just gonna show you the colors. I'm not even gonna be going back and forth with the names because the names are in the back of the palette, which, bitch, you have enough fucking room here to put your eyeshadow names. Like, is the struggle that fucking real? Like, lazy hoe. Let me actually scoot you guys in. But let me show you guys real quick about this eye primer. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's like literally creasing. It's already creasing. I hate that. Ugh. One of my absolute favorite eye primers, this one right here from Elf, the Elf Putty Eye Primer. This is amazing. This works wonders, and it does not crease like that or anything like that. This is creasing, and I hate that. Again, I just think that this is a glorified concealer. In all honesty, I just don't think this is really well. I'll pop this all over the crease here. I'm gonna take the bigger blending brush and let's go for this color right here. See what I mean? It's like really muted. I'm just... I bought KKW as just out of curiosity. So I think I ordered maybe like 2 eyeshadow palettes. This one and the Mario one first, and then using my points at Ulta, I bought the other one, the classic. I think it's called the first classic because I know there's 2 of them, but I bought the classic one. They're just okay palettes, I'll be honest. I don't think that they're like the greatest thing ever. Overall, in general, no hate towards Kim Kardashian or anything like that, but she's an okay brand, and I think her demographic is just a different one than what I'm looking for. I'm more of like a bolder queen. I like the boldness and all that stuff, and just her brand doesn't really just call my name. So again, I'm still surprised that I still own some of her eyeshadow palettes, but yeah, they're just okay. And I just say, just save your money and just grab something else that's a little bit more worth it than her brand. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a flat brush and let's go to this color right here. Look, as powdery as that is, it's not even... Like, the more I blend this, the more it's just fading out. I don't know if you guys can see that. Look at that. Look at that mess right there. And the more I apply to it and the more I work it in, the worse that gets. So I'm just gonna leave it at that because, again, the more that I work with it, it's just... Okay, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of the shimmer in the lid, on the lid, and I think I'm gonna take, maybe I might take this color right here. The shimmers are okay in this palette, I'm not gonna lie. I think they, of course, like any other foiled shadow, they apply better with a finger rather than a brush. And these ones are pretty much the same thing. They apply better with a finger than a brush. And such, and I think they're They're a little bit better than the mattes, I'm not gonna lie. But again, I'm just not really a big fan of this palette. We're gonna go ahead and just leave the eyeshadow as is. Let me go ahead and shave this face, and we'll go ahead and jump into face. So I will be right back. Right? Right back. So now that we got faced, shaved here, we don't look like Hagrid anymore. Let's go ahead and prime now. So a primer that just doesn't work for me at all, and I feel like it, to be honest with you, it doesn't do anything to me or for me at all. And I'm talking about the Milani No Pore Zone Mattifying Primer. That is hard to say. No Pore Zone. No Pore Zone. No pores. I feel like for me it just doesn't do anything. Doesn't really like mattify at all or fill in the pores, nothing. And I feel like whenever I put foundation on top of this, it just looks really off, and it just doesn't, yeah, it just doesn't really do anything, to be honest. So for foundation, I'm going to be using the ColourPop No Filter Foundation, and this is in the shade medium dark 115, which is this one right here. This I've tried before, and then I tried years later, which is I think maybe last year, I want to say. I did a video doing a full-ish face of ColourPop. And this foundation, I did talk about it, and this foundation is just not a fave of mine. It just sits weird on the skin. It doesn't really blend, and it just makes me look cakey, and it feels kind of heavy. And I'm just not a fan of this. And to be honest with you, the undertone for this is just really off. And yeah, I don't like it. Cool, so now that we got this foundation, I look really weird with this foundation. Okay, so don't judge me. I actually got this in a BoxyCharm, so the shade might be a little bit off. But again, this is a video of products that just did not work out for me and I just didn't like. And I'm gonna be now concealing, and I'm gonna be using the Tarte Shape Tape Glow Wand Concealer, and this is in the shade, what shade is this? A Gleam? Is that even the shade name? I don't even know. But it doesn't really say the shade name, but it's this one right here. So again, don't judge the color, okay? I know it's a little bit off. And the formula is just really weird. Like, look at that. It looks really like gel-like and everything. And I feel like this does no coverage at all. It just looks really funny. It just, again, this just creases really bad. Even if you like set it with powder, I just fucked that up, but I just look, that looks really, that looks weird. I'm gonna blend it in right now, but I'm gonna use my foundation brush to kind of ease it a little bit. But yeah, this concealer just did not work out for me. It just, again, it creases, and the formula is just weird, and there's no coverage really. I don't see any coverage at all. So for now, we're gonna go ahead and just kind of set the face and the under eye. And one of the powders here that I have that just, I feel like it is this one right here from Juno and Co. This is the Juno Blur Makeup Setting Powder in Translucent, which is this one right here. Again, okay, so first and foremost, the packaging is really pretty. I do like this. This looks really pretty and really like luxurious and all that stuff. But I feel like the powder just does nothing. It just sits funny on the skin, and I feel like it gives more texture. And again, gives me a case of white cast. Cast for the friendly ghost. One of the biggest issues that I have, and this is just packaging wise and whatever, I hate that this has some weird ass sponge thing right here, as you guys can see, because the powder right here has the netting and stuff like that. So it's hard to kind of put powder onto the back of the lid, because that's what I usually do for when I use powders, just set them on the back of the lid. But this has some weird spongy thing that just is kind of hard to put it on the back, or you have to use like a hard surface or something to apply this. But It just, ugh, it's whatever. And then the net just doesn't bring out the powder that much. But as you guys can see on camera, you can probably tell that I have a little bit of white cast going on. I thought I was looking through my bronzers and I was like, I don't really have one that I didn't really like. But then I realized that I actually just bought this one not too long ago and I tried it and it just did not work out for me. I think the shade is really off and it's just too pigmented and it just doesn't want to blend, so it just looks like a stripe. And it's this one right here from I Heart Revolution. This is the coffee bronzer in a cappuccino, which I love the packaging. I think anything I Heart Revolution packaging is like phenomenal. It's so cute and I just love it. This bronzer right here, that is a little too deep for me, but even so, this bronzer is just way too pigmented and it's just way too warm, and it just does not really work out for me. Like, look at that. That looks, I mean, it looks nice on camera, but it's a little too intense for my liking. I like a bronzer that's not too intense. Look at that. Ew, I don't like that. It's just it look like I blended it. Let's go ahead and now add some blush. Do I have a blush that I don't really? Oh, I do. Okay. And unfortunately, it's this one right here. This is from Kimchi Chic. This blush right here. This is from Kimchi Chic Beauty. This is the Thaler blush. That's what it's called. Thaler. Just FYI, Thaler. I'm not joking. Like, that's what it's called. Thaler. And this is in the shade 04 Cheeky. Now, online, I thought it was gonna work out because they had other blushes, but this, the ones that they were online, I just didn't feel like they were right for my skin tone and my liking. So I thought this one was gonna work well online. But unfortunately, this one is a little way too pinky for what I like. I like more of like a terracotta, like a peachy, or like a nice mauve blush, like something like this from Essence, or this one from what are you, Wet n Wild? There you go. But this is just too pinky for me, and I just think maybe it has like some kind of a shine to it, which again, I really like a nice like shiny blush that gives like a nice glow to it, but this just looks really off. And again, this something like this just is a no. We're just gonna kind of go for the darker side of the blush. And this is just really intense too. Like, look at how intense that is. And I barely like tap my brush into this, but look at how intense that blush is already. To put blush right here on the forehead, on the nose, on the chin. Do I really have a highlighter? Yes, I do have a highlighter that I didn't like. I actually have several, but this one right here just again was just not it for me. And this is another Kimchi Chic Beauty product. This is the Thaler. Again, that's what it's called, Thaler. Thaler Get Glow. And this is in the shade 03 Hollywood Glow, which is this one right here. It looks really glittery and it's too intense for me, and I just don't like it. And I think this just looks like a mess. This right here doesn't work out for me, and this is too golden, but it is what it is. And we're just gonna go ahead and apply the golden side here. Look at how intense that is. I am not really a big intense highlighter fan. I like more of like a nice natural, like radiant highlighter that looks like a nice, beautiful, healthy glow than a sheer glitter stripe right there. Again, it just looks like I have texture on my skin. Let's go ahead and finish off these eyes. So let's go ahead and go back with the crystallized palette. Let's go ahead and take a nice little smudge brush and let's dive back into this color. Let's go ahead and blend now, and taking this nice little blending brush, and let's go with this color, of course. Okay, I'm just gonna take a nice little flat brush right here, and I'm just gonna highlight the inner corner, and I'm gonna use this color right here. I don't think I have anything for eyebrows that I don't like, because everything that I have for eyebrows that I actually do like. Yeah, I don't have anything for brows, unfortunately, so I'm just gonna do one of my usual brow pencils that I like, but I'm gonna of course do that off camera, and yeah, let me go ahead and get this done real fast for y'all. I rushed doing my brows, to be honest with you, and I feel like I made this one extra bitchy, so please do not mind it. Now, don't judge the lipstick that I'm gonna use. Might throw off this look really bad, but it is what it is. But again, this is a video of products that just did not work out for me. So for lipstick, I am going to be using the NYX Shine Loud liquid lipstick. It's that one liquid lipstick that went viral all over TikTok, where everybody put it all on their lips, and then they put the gloss on top, and they were like, oh my god, it doesn't transfer. Oh my god, like all fucking extra and shit. So I have two of them. I have this one and another one, and so this one is in the shade, what the Lead Everything, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Lead Everything. But this, I do not like it, not one bit. The liquid lipstick part is super sticky, very drying. It's just really horrible. And the only thing that can save it is the gloss. And the gloss is just a clear gloss, to be honest with you. I think you can use any fucking clear gloss, you know, that works best. But overall, this just is horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. I think these are just as worse as the ColourPop, what is it, the Ultra Matte ones. I think the formula is different now for the Ultra Mattes from ColourPop, but back then they were like literally drying. But this is just not it. I look hella funny with this lipstick on and this eye look. So we're just gonna go ahead and let it dry, and then we're gonna put the gloss on top. So look, see? I don't see the point in it. I don't see the hype in it. And to be honest with you, I've worn this all day today, or all day, not today, but when I first tried these out, I've worn them all day and all this stuff, and these just wear out so horribly. So yeah, let's go ahead and apply the gloss now, because I feel like my lips are really sticky and they're like drying really bad now. In all honesty, I like watching makeup TikTok, but I can feel like that sometimes it can be very misleading, and I definitely feel like it's always like, oh my god, this looks crazy, oh my god, this is so good, something thorough and stuff like that. I would say just watch a YouTube video, and then you'll get your best information or your best bet on an actual product. So I'm gonna go ahead and now put liner and lashes, and I'll be right back with the final look, so stay tuned. This is the finished look, you guys. What do we think? Don't judge the lipstick. Just throws everything off, so don't mind it, please. Don't, just ignore it. But I'm telling you, lashes and liner just bring the whole look together, like if the shit wasn't a fucking mess already. So yeah. But yeah, let me know what you guys' thoughts are in the comments down below. What do we think about this look? Like, are we here for it? In all honesty, this eyeshadow just looks really this eyeshadow is just not it for me. I'll be honest. It's not one of my favorite looks or anything. And again, KKW Beauty with the... So again, anyways, you guys, again, this is just a video for me to just showcase, you know, products that I don't like, that just didn't really work out for me and just not my fave at all. Again, this is not to offend anybody. If you like any of these products that I tried on my face, cool, good for you. I'm glad that it worked out for you. Unfortunately for me, it just... They just ain't it for me. Let me know all in all in the comment section down below of what we think of today's video. If any of these products worked out for you, let me know all in the comments down below. And also if they did not work out for you, let's go ahead and have a discussion, of course. That is pretty much all for today's video. Again, hit that like button if you guys like this video and like all this other stuff. Maybe I might do like a part 2 of other products, because trust me, I have a lot of makeup and I have products that work out for me and ones that don't, and I ain't here for it. So let me know if you guys like the video. By the way, this is gonna suck taking off. I'm not joking. This shit is a motherfucker to get off. So before I let you guys go, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. That's going to be found right there, of course. And go ahead and be part of the Hot Mess community. As well as make sure you guys hit that like and share button also. So you guys can tell YouTube and me that you guys like these kinds of videos. As well as make sure you guys share them out into the world. So that way they can see this hot mess and we can all build our hot mess community here. Because at the end of the day, it's okay to be a hot mess. There's nothing wrong with it. We're all human. Shit happens, and we're just gonna stand tall and keep pushing. Of course, if you guys want to follow me on any of my social media handles, you will find those links in the description box down below. I'll be honest, I kind of suck at keeping up with social media. But I'm doing my best. So yeah. All right, you guys, and that's all pretty much that I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.